Petroleum Company Limited owes petroleum marketers about 15 billion naira. The money, they say, was paid to NNPC before the hike in PMS, and with the new price, NNPC Limited is expecting its members to pay the differentials. Here, the national president confirmed that the issues have been resolved. IPMAN also announced plans to lift petroleum motor spirit from Dangote refinery following successful negotiations with the Dangote refinery.
Issue of the price between we independent petroleum marketers and NNPCL. At the end of the day, the issue is being resolved, whereby we have a small reduction. By the time when we get that small reduction, we calculate and see how we can reduce the way we get the reduction. But what we are just trying to do, we wanted to take our money out through the NNPC so that we can create another business partners, which is Dangote. We are still negotiating with Dangote to see that the way we can be able to start getting product through him direct.
The association also inaugurated a national monitoring and surveillance team on illegal oil bunkering, smuggling, pipelines vandalism, alteration of petroleum products, and other sharp practices.
We are going to collaborate with security agencies to make sure this smuggling of a thing go to 0 point. A banditry will never have access to fuel without smugglers. And I'm sure everybody is aware of that, because who is taking fuel to them? There are people who smuggle fuels.
Task force, you know, as the bad name that we have been getting to the Nigerian populace, most of the people are thinking that we independent petroleum marketers were being involved. So by now, definitely when our task force started moving, all those people who are trying to sabotage the effort of the government, they will call to book.
The members were urged to be good ambassadors of IPMAN, as the association will not hesitate to invoke necessary disciplinary action against any members who is found wanting. Helen Osamede-Kins, TVC News, Abuja.
The presidency has responded to inquiries by journalists as to who's in charge of the country, as the president and vice president are out of the country. The special advisor to President Tinubu on Information and Strategy says it's important to note that the president and vice president are fully engaged with the nation's affairs even while they're away, and there is no leadership vacuum in the country. He says President Tinubu left the country on a 2-week working vacation, and he's been issuing directives on matters of state. There are reports that the president will soon return to the country before the vacation officially expires. The vice president departed the country on Wednesday for Sweden on an official visit, but Bayo Onanuga insists all state organs are functioning as usual. The Senate President, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, ministers and service chiefs are rolling their respective positions, ensuring the smooth operation of government. Let's talk politics now. We're turning to Ondo State, where Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has called on the people to show their support for him at the forthcoming election. He made the call at the conclusion of the third leg of the All Progressives Congress campaign in Ondo South. Senior reporter Ayodeji Muradio has details.
Members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Ondo South Senatorial District of Ondo State thronged the venue of the governorship election rally to welcome Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. It was indeed a carnival-like event as the APC members trooped out in their numbers for the rally. Governor Aiyedatiwa, who addressed the gathering, promised to continue to develop the state more if elected. The governor assured the people that more impactful projects will be delivered when he's elected. He expressed heartfelt gratitude to the people for their overwhelming support, attributing it to the development his administration has brought to the state in a short time. The state chairman of APC, Ade Adetimehin, stressed the need for people of the state to vote for the party in the November 16 governorship election. With this, the governor has concluded the third leg of the launch of his senatorial district campaign. Ayodeji Moradeyo, TVC News, Ore.
A member of the APC campaign committee in Ondo State, Olumuyiwa, joins us on the news tonight to discuss issues ahead of the Ondo State governorship election. Attention has been turned to Mr. Governor's performance in the past 10 months, Mr. Adu. According to the APC, it hasn't been much. I'm quoting the Ondo APC now. It says its administration has been defined by neglect, indifference, and a stark lack of empathy for the plight of the common man. How do you see this working out in the coming days, especially now that Mr. Governor wants re-election?
Yeah, it's a question of how different people see things, or as it happens in Ondo State. And frankly speaking, it's not really been easy for a man that came from inheriting the responsibilities of his boss at a very crucial time when we had a lot of interest in the state, people jostling to take over one position or the other, of which he was also involved as the second man on the seat. We're all aware of what really happened then. I was like somebody that were facing a lot of challenges. But as God will have it, he eventually became the governor. And without being told, for people who can really understand what governance means, it will be difficult for somebody to just look at it from his own point of view with regards to what he or she had benefited within this short period of time that he eventually became the governor of the state. For me, I think without thinking about just what my constituency is benefiting from the government, but looking at it from the point of view of the fact that the entire state is his jurisdiction, I can conveniently tell you that he's doing a lot just to ensure that he lay a very good foundation for the kind of development that he as an individual envisaged or planned to actually carry out within the period of when he will remain the governor of the state. And I can tell you that he started from the nucleus of the state by ensuring that the infrastructure of where the governance will actually be planned, and of course the strategy plan can actually yield very fruitful results that will actually bring about the dividend of democracy in the state, is given attention. And I can tell you, if we come to the state capital, not to talk of other areas where we have a lot of infrastructure upliftments in the area of education and other government parastatals, not to talk of the recruitment of people to various sectors of the economy as far as that state is concerned, where they can also earn living and also be productive in support of the economy of the state, and so on and so forth, trying to lit up the crucial part of the state where a lot of economic activities do take place. Just to say, to mention but few, we to talk about the roads again. People may not have been able to see some of these things, judging from the fact that it's just 10 months in the office and it's not really going to be easy. When you look at 10 months in an office where you need to do a lot of planning before you can begin implementation. To the best of my knowledge, is on track. And for those who have not seen what it's doing now, they only need to be a bit patient, or go out of their immediate jurisdiction and try to make some inquiries about what the government is doing. And I'm sure they'll be convinced that it's actually on the right path.
Election is due in about a month. We saw the PDP unite behind Agbola Ajayi a few days ago in a rally, and we'll see how it plays out, especially in the forthcoming Ondo election. Olumuyiwa Adu is a member of the APC campaign committee in Ondo State. Thank you for talking to us on the news tonight.